Hi there, I'm Tenny and welcome to That Pretty Nail. By the time you're watching this video, my first press-on collection should be live and ready on Etsy. The link in the description. I am super excited, but also kind of nervous to share with you, so please go check them out and let me know what you think. Just a reminder, I only take 10 orders per design, so everything is limited edition. I actually recorded video early of the week because I know this week going to be super chaotic for me, especially this is my first time doing this. So if you're here for a real-time first time launch update, come back next week for a full behind the scenes vlog. But don't leave yet because in today's video, I'll share with you a topic that I think is pretty juicy and not many people talked about is how I price my press-on set. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so if you're thinking about starting a nail business, whether it's press-ons or in-person services, figure out your pricing is one of the most important and hardest part, in my opinion. Here's what I always consider. First is what's the market price in your area, how much do your material cost, and importantly, how much is your time and skill really worth? When I worked at the nail salon, I was paid on commission, usually 50-50. For example, if I did a $100 gel set, I would earn $50 and the salon owner kept $50. They provide the tools, products, space, plus handle rent, customer service, and booking, all of which can be really expensive. Where I live, a blend builder gel set typically range about from $50 to $80, and then you add on for art or charms design. So, for example, a simple ring finger design probably $5. A full hand or detail artwork or nail art could cost about $10 to $20 more, depends on the complexity. And when I opened my own studio, I charge around $50 plus design add-on. And because I didn't have to pay rent, I kept the full amount, minus the materials, of course. And that's when I realized that materials are pretty cheap for nail services, but your time and the skill are really valued. One jar of gel can last you for like hundreds of sets, but what costs more is the effort, creativity, and the experience it takes to deliver a quality set. The more skilled you are, the more you can charge, and that's why some of the nail techs charge hundreds or even thousands of dollars for a single custom set. Now that I'm doing press-ons, I apply the same pricing logic but adapt it for products instead of services. Here how I break it down. So material, each set include A-press tips, gel polish and jumps, or sculpture design, packaging, materials, full prep kit, glue tab, file, buffer, alcohol wipe, etc. Estimate material cost per set, probably around $5 to $10, depending on the design. Time, each set take me around 1 to 2 hours to design and make. Some are quicker, others take longer, especially if I need extra time for looking through brainstorming or complex nail art. I decided to pay myself $23 per hour to start, so for a 2-hour set, that would be $46 in labor. Next up, we have platform and shipping fees. Etsy takes 6.5% of the total order, including shipping, so you have to factor that in when you're setting your price. I currently charge a flat fee of $10, which cover the shipping label, packaging, time and effort to prepare and drop off the package. But here's the thing, if shipping costs more than $10, I paid the difference out of my pocket, which affect my profit. So if you are using a flat fee like me, just be aware of that factor. And if you are using Shopify, the cost can be different. There's a monthly fee plus separate transaction fee. So if you don't sell enough to cover those overheads, it can really add up. I will probably adjust my shipping setup later once I ship more orders and have a better understanding of my local post office, like how much they would actually charge. So I still figure it out as I go. Market research. I have seen press on set price anywhere from $15 to almost $400 on Etsy, depend on the quality, the complexity of the design, material, and the uniqueness of that design as well. So I didn't want to underprice myself, especially since I use premium tips and high quality gels and custom packaging. Plus, I put a lot of thought, care, and time into each set. So my pricing reflects that balance. Not too cheap, not overpriced, just what I thought is a fair, honest value of my handmade work. My goal is to create something beautiful and sustainable, something I can keep doing without burnt out. When I price my set, I focus on covering my materials, paying myself fairly, factoring the platform and shipping costs, and still making it accessible for handmade lovers. It's not perfect yet, I'm still learning, but I hope this gives you a good starting point if you are trying to figure out your own pricing strategy. If you're just getting started with a press-on nail shop or a nail studio, here are a few things I've learned. First, don't undervalue your time. If it takes you hours to make something, that matters. And if you are a beginner and unsure what to charge, a good starting point is using your local minimum wage to estimate your hour rate and then adjust as your skill and confidence grows. Next, track everything you spend, materials, tools, packaging, even the little things add up over time. Knowing your costs helps you price the set properly and avoid losing money. Start small and then adjust. You don't need 20 designs at launch. Start with just a few, like what I'm doing, and see what your customer like and make change based on real feedback and how long it said actually take you. And finally, you're not just selling your nails, you're selling your art, your time, and your brand, and that absolutely deserve fair pricing. If you want to see how my first launch actually goes, from designing and taking orders to packaging and shipping, make sure to subscribe and come back next week. I'll be sharing the full behind the scenes of how everything went with my first drop because honestly, I have no idea how it will go either. If you like to shop the collections or support my small business, the Etsy links is in the description below. Let me know which design is your favorite. I would love to hear your feedback so I can keep improving. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next week.